The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 16th day of October 2023. Did not mean to be away last week. It was an unscheduled, real-life non-streaming thing, although I did play a bunch of things. But anyway, and so as we resume this National League Championship Series, the Houston Astros are one game away from our 2001 World Series, where they might play the Oakland A's, who lead their series 3-2. This is Game 5 at Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois, and Roy Oswalt and the Astros are 9 innings away from the National League pennant. They lead the Cubs 3-1. Kerry Wood, who did not pitch well in Game 1 for Chicago, gets the call as they try to save their season and send this one back to Houston. And so it is a beautiful night here in Chicago, 64 degrees, clear skies, winds blowing left to right or toward the lake at 14. So a gorgeous night for baseball, and for the Cubs, the first of their chances to save their season. The Astros possibly get 3 bites of the cherry to go to the World Series, and, you know, they've done everything they've been able to do so far. So that's the setup for you. The Astros and the Cubs, Game 5, right now. As Retro Sports Network presents the 2001 National League Championship Series. Tonight, from Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois, it's the Houston Astros and the Chicago Cubs. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And it will be Kerry Wood on the hill for Chicago. Kerry did not pitch well in Game 1 of the series in Houston. He went 5 innings. They're going to need much more from him tonight if they are going to take the series back to Houston. In an 8-4 loss, 5 innings, 121 pitches, 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. He walked 6 and struck out 4. In 10 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, only 2 earned. It was Bill Miller and that bad play at third that cost him dearly. 8 walks and 11 strikeouts. The walks need to come down. He needs to be his 1998 pretty much Rookie of the Year self if the Cubs are going to force a Game 6. Julio Lugo will lead off for Houston at short. Craig Biggio at second will play second. Jeff Bagwell at first will bat third. Lance Berkman in left will clean up. Richard Hidalgo in center batting fifth. Moises Alou in right will go sixth. Vinny Castilla, who has struggled in these playoffs, will play third and bat seventh. If they win this one or one of the next 3, it really won't matter. They're going to the World Series. Brad Ausmus behind the plate bats eighth, and Oswalt on the mound will bat ninth. Defensively for the Cubs, Rondell White, a 4 and a 3 in left. Michael Tucker, a 3 and a 3 in center. And Sammy Sosa is a 6 and a 7 in right. Ron Coomer is a 3 at third. Ricky Gutierrez is a 3 at short. Eric Young is a 4 at second. Fred McGriff, a 4 at first. McGriff really has struggled this postseason. Todd Hundley, an 8-1 behind the plate. Wood is a 7 on the mound with a .971 fielding percentage. And so Game 6 starts with Lugo digging in. He is hit safely for the Astros in all 8 of their postseason games. And you can do that and hit .257 with a home run and 8 RBI. Against these Cubs, he's hitting .263, 5 for 19. He has scored 5 times. But if you want to know how much a hitting streak matters, it really doesn't. He has fanned 9 times in this series. And Wood starts Game 5 with a fly ball to right. Back goes Sosa, and there is 1 out. So here's Craig Biggio, 306 on the playoffs. A home run and 3 RBI, 6 for 18 against the Cubs with that homer and 3 RBI. Wood deals. Biggio laces this one to left center. Tucker will let that drop in front of him for a hit to hold Biggio to a single. Although Craig does have good speed. 1 out, 1 on for Jeff Bagwell. In this NLCS, 4 for 17, a home run, and 4 RBI. Biggio on first, 1 out. Struck him out. Bagwell looked at an 0-2 fastball on the outside corner. 2 out for Berkman. Lance, 4 for 12 in this LCS with 2 RBI. He has walked 6 times in this series. Pitch to Berkman. Struck him out. So Wood gets out of it unscathed. No runs, a hit. The Astros leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the first here in Game 5. No score. And so Roy Oswalt, 23 years old. Good morning, Bernie. Fastball at 91. Trying to pitch his team to the World Series in their Game 1 win in Houston. Oswalt, 7 1/3, 102 pitches, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a homer, and struck out 7. So you wouldn't think that someone sporting a 3.77 ERA would be all that great in the postseason. But Oswalt has owned his 2 starts. And again, if this series ends with this game, he might be the Game 1 starter depending on what happens between Seattle and Oakland. The lineup he will face: Michael Tucker leads off in center. Ricky Gutierrez at short, batting second. Sammy Sosa in right, hitting third. Fred McGriff is at first. Again, if the Cubs are to push this series back to Houston, McGriff needs to do something. He'll clean up. Rondell White in left will bat fifth. Ron Coomer at third goes sixth. Eric Young at second, batting seventh. Todd Hundley behind the plate, batting eighth, and Cary Wood on the mound. He threw 16 pitches in his half of the first. Lance Berkman, a 5 and a 5 in left. Hidalgo, a 7 and a 6 in center. Moises Alou, a 2 and a 9 in right. Vinny Castilla is a 5 at third. Julio Lugo, a 7 at short. Biggio, a 3 at second. Bagwell, a 6 at first. Ausmus, a 10 and a 7 behind the plate. Oswalt, a 7 with a 971 fielding percentage. Tucker in this NLCS is 2 for 14. He does, however, have a home run and 3 RBI. Ground ball to Bagwell. Takes it to the bag himself. 1 out. For Ricky Gutierrez in this NLCS, 3 for 16, a home run and 2 RBI. Didn't hit all that well against the Giants, hitting just slightly better against the Astros. Line drive to Lugo, 2 out. So 2 outs on 4 pitches for Oswalt. Here's Sosa. It was Sammy's big home run in Game 2 that got the Cubs their lone win in this series. He's 5 for 16 with 2 home runs and 3 RBI. He has not been the problem. He hits this one high and deep to left. Back goes Berkman, and that ball is gone. That's out on the Waveland, and Sammy Sosa has made it a 1-0 ball game. His 3rd home run of the NLCS puts the Cubs out in front. All Berkman could do is turn and watch it go. So if they're going to take this series back to Houston, somebody has got to say, "Get on my back, boys," and that's one of those moments. McGriff in this series is 1 for 15. With 2 walks and 4 strikeouts, the Astros have him stymied. And he draws the walk. So Oswalt kind of reeling after the home run by Sosa. Here's White. Rondell 2 for 16 in this NLCS with a solo homer. Oswalt deals. Struck him out. He got him to look at a changeup for strike 3. But Sammy Sosa's solo home run to left field is the difference. After 1, it's the Cubs 1, the Astros nothing. So it'll be Hidalgo, Alou, and Castilla. Hidalgo 2 for 15 in this NLCS. After tearing apart the Marlins, hitting .563 in the MVP of that series, Hidalgo has been pretty quiet. Got him. And 0-2 cutter, strike 3. So here is Alou. Moises, 7 for 13 against these Cubs, 4 doubles and 3 RBI. He is doing what Hidalgo did to the Marlins, hitting .538 on the series. Ground ball left side, almost on cue for a single. So the second hit for the Astros. 1 on, 1 out for Vinny Castilla. Also over from Tampa, 2 for 14 on the series, but he has struck out 5 times. Wood will hit him. That's not what you wanted. So first and second, Castilla gets nailed in the leg with a fastball. Then it'll rub out. Here's Ausmus. Brad 5 for 15 in the NLCS with an RBI. So first and second, 1 out. 1-0 Cubs. Pitch to Ausmus. Up the middle for a base hit. Alou will round third. Tucker will throw it back in the infield, and they're loaded and 1 out for Oswalt, who was 0 for 5 in these playoffs. So Wood, again, he's struggled in Game 1, and he's behind the 8 ball already here in Game 5. The good news is, if you're a Cub fan, is you're setting up for a double play. Here's the pitch. Struck him out, even better. Carey has struck out 4. Gone to chase a hard changeup on an 0-2, 2 away. So the opening 9 for Wood, 33 pitches, inning and 2/3, 3 hits and 4 strikeouts. Lugo is 0 for 1. 1-0 Cubs. Astros have them loaded, 2 out here in the second. Runners go. Slow chopper to Gutierrez over the mound. A quick throw to first, and Lugo is out on a bang-banger. So the Astros leave them loaded here in the second. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And after an inning and a half, 1-0 Cubs. Ron Coomer is 4 for 13 against these Astros. A .308 average, all singles, and 4 RBI. High fly ball, left field. Berkman will make the catch, 1 out for Eric Young. EY doing a little bit better in the Houston series than he did against the Giants. 5 for 15 with 4 doubles and 2 RBI. Hundley on deck. Oswalt deals. Fly ball, right center. Hidalgo makes the catch. 2 out for Hundley. Todd 2 for 12 in this NLCS. He's there for his defense. Has 2 RBI. Struck him out. So Oswalt throws a clean second. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third here in Game 5, 1-0 Chicago. So Biggio, Bagwell, and Berkman. Craig singled his first time up. Wood starts the third. High ground ball to Coomer. Picks it up, throws to first for the out. Brings up Bagwell. Jeff is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Got him. That's 5 for Wood. And 0-2 fastball swung on and missed. So here's Berkman. Lance is 0 for 1. He struck out. So Carey, despite some early hiccups here in the season saver potentially for the Cubs, has found his groove. He winds and deals and gets Berkman for number 6. He swung on and missed. And that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. He's retired 7 straight at least after 2.5, 1-0 Chicago. So Carey Wood 1 for 3 in these playoffs, a double and 2 RBI. Oswalt starts the third. Ground ball to Biggio. Craig has it, throws to first, 1 out. Opening 9 for Oswalt, 41 pitches, 2 1/3. The home run to Sosa was well struck. A walk and 2 strikeouts, and the home run is the difference. In fact, that's the only hit for the Cubs. Fouled off the mask of Ausmus. In fact, that sparked. And so they ask Brad where he is, and Brad says, I'm managing the Tigers, and they say close enough. The 0-1. Ground ball to Biggio. Craig perfectly placed over to Bagwell, 2 out. The cat expressing her displeasure in the other room. Here's Gutierrez. Ricky is 0 for 1. Yeah, I hear you, Em. Wasn't intending to take last week off, but a couple real-life things got in the way. Game 6 of the A's and Mariners will be Wednesday. And then Thursday, depends on what happens today and Wednesday. Pitch to Gutierrez. There's a ground ball left side past Lugo for a base hit. So, yeah, everything is fine. Gardner's doing better. Got a time switched on something I was doing. So, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday all-day streams this week. Sosa homered on the Waveland his last time up. The lone run of the ball game. Oswalt deals. High fly ball, but that's going to hook towards foul territory. And Berkman on the bullpen mound made the catch. And so no runs, a hit, no errors. The Cubs have left on 2 now after 3 here in Game 5. 1-0 Chicago. So Hidalgo, Alou, and Castilla to face Wood here in the 4th. Richards 0 for 1, and Wood is fan 7. A 2-2 fastball on the outside corner. So Carey says, okay, you give me 1 run, I can make it stick. Here's Alou. Moises has a single. Struck him out. That's 8. And 4 straight for Wood. A 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Somehow Alou was able to check that swing, and it didn't matter. So we got a good morning and a good afternoon for Castilla, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Wood winds and fires. Liner in the left for a base hit. Castilla takes a wide turnaround, but goes back to first. So here's Ausmus. He is one of the 4 hits for the Astros. Carey pitching well. He's now fan 19 in his 3 starts. Ausmus, a ground ball to Gutierrez. Ricky goes to Young, and that'll take care of things here in the 4th. However, no runs, a hit. The Astros have left on 5 here in Game 5, and after 3.5, It's the Cubs 1, the Astros nothing. And just to get you updated how this series has gone, the Astros won Game 1 8-4. Sammy Sosa, a big home run in Game 2, with the Cubs' lone win in this series so far. 7-5 in Game 2, and then Houston beat Chicago 8-5 in Game 3 and 3-1 in Game 4. And that's how we got here. McGriff drew a walk his first time up. There's a base hit into right center. And that'll bring up Rondell White, who struck out. So Oswald's pitched well, but Wood has pitched better. Ausmus will change the signs with a runner on first. Deep breath from Roy from the stretch, and White draws the walk. So first and second, only the second walk of the postseason allowed by Oswald. It's fan 20 and 17 in the third. Full count changeup missed for Coomer, who's 0 for 1. McGriff and White are the recipients of those walks. Coomer laces this one past Biggio into center field. So McGriff will round third and score. Hidalgo throws it in the infield. White will stop at third, and the Cubs, with nobody out here in the fourth, lead it 2-0. And so if this is indeed the last game of the year at Wrigley, at least they'll have some good memories to start. Eric Young is 0 for 1. Oswalt deals. Line drive to Biggio, and Coomer works his way back to the bag. 1 out. For Hundley, who struck out his first time up. Laced foul, first base side, and somebody wearing a Cubs hat with some headphones on made that catch. Wearing a Bart Simpson t-shirt. Count is a ball and 2 strikes to Hundley. Oswalt deals. Strike him out. That's 3 for Roy, and that's a big out. That's 2. But Kerry Wood is going to swing away here. White on third, Coomer on first. 2 out here in the fourth. And there's a base hit in the right center field. White will score. Coomer is around third. He will score on the double by Kerry Wood. And the Cubs lead it 4-0 here in the fourth. So Oswalt, 3 2/3, 5 hits. The home run allowed. Bernie has been a sub for a year. Congratulations. And thank you. So Wood on second. Pitch to Tucker. Line drive to right, and that's going to get down past Alou. So Wood should score. Alou fields it off the ivy. Tucker is digging for 3. The throw from Alou is going to be close, but not in time. And it's 5-0 Cubs. Aren't all you Astro fans grateful that I didn't do anything for a week? The wind is now blowing in hard from left at 20. As good a year as he's 1 for 2. There's a ground ball to Biggio. Craig has it, throws to first for the out. So, a huge inning for the Cubs. 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors. We go to the 5th in Game 5. It's 5-0 Chicago. See what the computer does with Oswald here. You get the day off tomorrow. And you get the day off tomorrow. And so if this one holds, we would do Game 6 Thursday at noon. Oswalt stays in the game and draws a walk. An auspicious start here in the 5th. 3-1 fastball missed upstairs. First walk for Wood on the day. He has fanned 8. 74 pitches, 18 batters, 4+ innings, 4 hits. And Lugo was 0 for 2. I wonder if anyone's checked on Curtis, the Ranger fan. You realize the Rangers have not lost yet in the real-life postseason? That's amazing. Pitch to Lugo. Julio draws the walk, and as soon as Wood gets the big inning, he's in the process of giving it back. A 3-1 fastball outside. And now you got the killer bees, Biggio, Bagwell, and Berkman with nobody out and 2 on. Craig has a single here in Game 5. He's 1 for 2. Struck him out. That's 9 for Wood. A hard fastball swung on and missed. And here's Bagwell. Jeff has struck out twice. That's into left field. That's going to drop for a hit. White will pick it up. Rosewalt will wisely hold at third. And so with 1 out, the bases are loaded. And so is Bob Uecker. So here is Lance Berkman, who was struck out twice. He is 0 for 2. So Wood, the problem with pitchers like Wood and CC Sabathia in 2001 is they just burn through so many pitches. Carey has yet to pitch into the 6th in his prior starts. And the Cubs would like him to pitch 6. Hundley and Wood have a word. Carey gets his wits together, and that's a base hit into right field. Sosa will throw it into second. Berkman has a double. Lugo and Oswalt score, and it's 5-2. And so we'll go out to check Carey Wood. The Cubs don't want to cough up a 5-run lead. There's still 1 out. They have Van Poppel and they have Vicero and Weathers. They do not have Tavares. And if we took a look, that would be it. So their bullpen is 4. And Carey says, I'm fine. So second and third, 1 out for Hidalgo, who has fanned twice. Ground ball to Wood. Throws it over to McGriff for the second out. Does Bagwell score? No. So Wood looked Bagwell back to third and then threw out Hidalgo. Here's Alou. Moises has singled and struck out. He's 1 for 2. But the Astros have made Game 5 interesting. Runners go. That's in the left. White coming in, rides the Schwinn, and we're halfway home in Game 5. Houston gets 2 on 2 hits. However, they have left on 7. We'll see how much that matters. It's a fall day in Burlington all the way. 53. Back in a bit. Well, if you joined us late, here's how we got here. I was out all last week. Oh, no, that's not why. And the Cubs lead this pivotal Game 5, 5-2. The Astros lead the series 3-1. Sammy Sosa, a home run on a Waveland Avenue and left in the first. His third of the series, his fourth of the playoffs. 1-0. Then the Cubs score 4 in the fourth. A Ron Coomer single scored Fred McGriff, who finally got a base hit. 2-0 Cubs. Kerry Wood, the pitcher, a 2-run double to make it 4-0 Chicago. And then Michael Tucker tripled home Wood to make it 5-0. But Houston, Lance Berkman, a 2-run double just a moment ago to make it 5-2. So Kerry Wood has fanned 9 through 5 on 100 pitches, 6 hits. Oswalt, not a great effort out there. 6 hits through 4, and all 5 runs are earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 3. Sosa, McGriff, and White here in the 5th. Sammy 1 for 2. It was his home run in the 1st that put the Cubs up. Oswalt deals. Struck him out. That's 4 for Oswalt. He is due to bat 3rd in the 6th, so you would think that this is his last inning. McGriff singled, walked, and scored. Line drive to Biggio, 2 out. Brings up White. Rondell has walked and struck out and scored. He's 0 for 1. There's a high ground ball to Lugo. Julio throws it to first, and White is retired. So if that's it for Oswalt, it's a clean inning. No run, no hits, no errors. We go to the 6th here in Game 5, 5-2 Cubs. So Castilla, Ausmus, and Wheel C to face Wood. And again, well, he did pitch into the 6th in their Game 1 win against San Francisco. And then only won 5 in their Game 1 loss to Houston. Castilla has been hit by a pitch and singled. He's 1 for 1. Chopper to 3rd, Coomer. Long throw to first across the way. 1 out. Here's Ausmus. Brad 1 for 2. Depending on how the Cubs lineup shapes out in the latter stages of this game, you go with Flash Gordon maybe for as much as 6 outs if he needed. You're off technically the next day anyway. Ausmus 1 for 2 with a single. Chopper to 2nd. Young in on the grass. Snap throw. Got him. So 2 out for Oswalt. Let's see what Houston does here. He has enough pitches to throw the 6th and stays in the game. Lines this one to left center deep, but the wind will tag that one in there, and Tucker will make the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 6th here in Game 5. It's still 5-2 Chicago. So Coomer, Young, and Hundley, and then we'll see about Wood. Ron is 1 for 2. He has singled, scored, and driven in a run. High ground ball to Lugo, and it plays Julio. So that's an error, and Coomer's on. Julio went to throw it, and he realized he didn't have it. So here's Eric Young. Infield playing back. We're going to drop one down. Bunt is down. Ausmus with a fantastic play to get Young. And that'll do it for Oswalt. Nelson Cruz is coming in to pitch. And he might go a while because it's a leadoff spot for Houston. Cruz in the series pitched in Game 4. So he went an inning and a third last night. 22 pitches, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. 3 innings overall. 2 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Nelson's 28, throws the changeup and fastball, 89. And is a standard pitcher. Coomer on 2nd, Hundley at the plate, and Todd has struck out twice. Fly ball to right, that won't do anybody any good. Alou is there, makes the catch, and Coomer goes back to tag. And no, you're not sending Coomer on Alou's arm. So, Kerry Wood, I think you got a pinch hit. Who can hit a righty? Bill Miller will pinch hit 4 for 11 in the playoffs with an RBI. So the Cubs will turn it over to their pen to get 9 outs. To get the series back to Houston. Pitch to Miller. Line drive to Lugo, and Julio lays out to make the catch. No runs, no hits. The air does not hurt. We go to the 7th. The Cubs go to the pen. It's 5-2. It'll be Dave Weathers. He's going on the most rest. 31 years old. Fastball at 91. And a ground ball pitcher. He is actually on 3 days rest. He pitched in game 2. Went 1 inning. 22 pitches, a hit, and 2 strikeouts. So 3 1/3 overall. 2 hits. The home run he gave up to San Francisco in a laugher, and he struck out 3. So top of the lineup, Lugo is 0 for 2, a walk and a run scored. The only lefty in the Houston lineup is Berkman. And he's a switch hitter at that. That is a fly ball base hit into right center field. It's going to drop in front of Sosa. And Lugo now has a 9-game hitting streak. The Astros have played 9 playoff games, and Julio is hitting them all. Here's Biggio. Craig is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. Got him. A 1-2 changeup. Got him looking. 1 away for Bagwell. Jeff is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out twice. Right back to Weathers. Young for 1, and there is a late throw to first, so Bagwell will beat it out. But they get the speedier Lugo for the second out. 1-4 on the fielder's choice. Here's Berkman, who doubled home 2 runs in the 5th. He now has 5 on the postseason. Fly ball to right. Sosa makes the catch, and that'll do it. Stretch time, 5-2 Cubs. Well, the best part about that for the Cubs, as Michael Tucker steps up, 1 for 3, an RBI triple, is that Weathers could go another 3 outs if you need to. You don't need Pissarro. There's no lefties in that lineup to face. And if you can get a couple outs, and you can go with either Van Poppel or right to Flash Gordon. Pitch to Tucker. Struck him out. Cruz got him on an 0-2 changeup. Here's Ricky Gutierrez. Ricky is 1 for 3. 2 runs, 7 hits, an error for the Astros. They've left on 8. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Cubs, and they have left on 4. Pitch to Gutierrez. There's a liner in the center field, and Ricky has himself a single. Lugo should have made that play. He did not. 1 out. Only the 7th hit for the Cubs. Here's Sosa. Sammy's home run in the first set the tempo here. Wind blowing in from left center now at 19. That would be the Torco sign. 52 degrees. You're blowing in on your hands. Sosa in the right center. That's going to drop for a hit. Hidalgo picks it up. Gutierrez stays at second. First and second for McGriff, who is 1 for 2. He has singled, scored, and walked. First and second, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Fly ball, right field. Alou will track this one down. 2 out. Gutierrez will bluff. but not go. Rondell White's 0 for 2. He has also walked and struck out and scored. First and second, White draws the walk, and the Cubs have him loaded. So the Cubs find themselves in a Harry-Carey situation. They're loaded. Gutierrez on third, Sosa on second, Rondell White on first for Ron Coomer, who is 1 for 3. He has singled, scored, and driven in a run. And if you're a Cubs fan, you want a base hit here. The Astros are loaded for bear. The champagne is on ice for them, but not quite in the locker room. Pitch to Coomer. Ground ball to Lugo. Julio snares. It goes to Biggio for the force there, and that will retire the side. Cubs leave them loaded. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 8th here in Game 5. Cubbies 5, Astros 2. So Weathers will get to pitch for a bit. The Doggo is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. Ground ball to Gutierrez. Ricky has it. Throws to McGriff. 1 out. If you're wondering if at this point I would go with Gordon, chances are not, because the pitcher spot is due up 3rd in the 8th. So if Weathers gets into trouble, it would be Van Poppel. Goes Strohs. You need some luck. Here's Alou. He's 1 for 3 with a K. Ground ball to Young, and that's going to play Eric. So a 1-out error for Vinny Castilla, who was 1 for 2. Steeler fan is even sporting Astro colors in the chat. I don't think you can choose that. And Orlando Merced will pinch hit. Not what I would have done, but Merced 3 for 5 in the playoffs, a home run and 2 RBI. I guess if you're going to burn your hot hitter, now's the time. Pitch to Orlando. Ground ball to Young. He's going to redeem himself. Gutierrez for 1, McGriff for 2. And Weathers gets his 6 outs. Michael Jackson coming in to pitch. Bottom of the 8th of Game 5, 5-2 Cubs. So Jackson, 36, fastball at 86. Third appearance of the series, pitched a third of an inning in Houston's win in Game 4. 8 pitches and a hit. Overall, 4 innings, 5 hits. The home run came in Game 1 against the Cubs. He's walked 3 and struck out 1. Eric Young is 0 for 2. 5-2 Cubs in the 8th. Young slices this one in the left field for a base hit. For Hundley, who's 0 for 3, so the Game 6s, it'll be Seattle and Oakland on Wednesday, and unless something really strange happens in the next 10 or 15 minutes, Game 6 in Houston on Thursday. Hundley is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. Throw to first. Young is back. It will be Osmus pitcher spot in Lugo for the Astros in the 9th. Line drive to Biggio, and Young has to scamper back. 1 out. Who can hit a righty? Miguel Cairo. 1 for 2 in these playoffs with a single. 1 out. Throw to first. Young was told to steal, and Eric is back. Got him. A 1-2 curveball chased for strike 3. 2 out for Tucker, who was 1 for 4. A triple, an RBI, and a strikeout. And that is laced into center field. And Young is going to go to third. So first and third, and 2 out. If you want to think that far ahead, it'll be John Lieber in Game 6. Against Wade Miller. But the Astros have 2 bites of the championship cherry. Gutierrez is 2 for 4 today. He is singled twice. First and third, 2 out. Of course, this one is an over. The Astros need 3 in the 9th. Pitch to Gutierrez, struck him out. So it's a clean inning for Jackson. As far as score-wise, he gives up 2 hits and that's it. We go to the 9th. Astros 3 to tie and 4 to grow the series. So it'll be Tom Gordon, who has pitched once. He, in fact, got the save in Game 2. He went 15 pitches, allowed a hit and a run. He's 33, fastball at 92. And a fly ball pitcher. 5 runs, 10 hits, an error, and has left 9 on at the Cubs. The Astros, 2 runs, 7 hits, an error, and they've left on 8. Ausmus pitcher, Spot and Lugo. 3 to tie, 4 to go ahead. Ausmus, a ground ball on the grass to Gutierrez, throws to McGriff, 1 out. So they will pinch hit Darrell Ward. Darrell, 1 for 5 as a pinch hitter in these playoffs, a single and RBI. Struck him out, and the Cubs are a 1 out away for sending this one back to Houston. A 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. So here's Lugo, 1 for 3. He has a 9-game hitting streak. A walk and a run scored. Pitch to Lugo, ground ball to first, and the road show goes back to Houston. The Cubs win this one by the score of 5-2. So 3 hours and 19 fake minutes. 5 runs, 10 hits, an error for the Cubs. They leave on 9 overall. Houston, 2 runs, 7 hits, an error, and they leave on 8. And I think the computer is right. Kerry Wood needed to give a stand-and-deliver performance to save the season. And when you fan 9 over 6 and scatter 6 hits, I think that qualifies. Weathers, a tremendous 6 outs, only allowing the 1 base runner, and Gordon will be fresh as a daisy when we play Game 6 in Houston. Roy Oswalt, 5 1/3. He gave up the 5 runs, including the home run to Sammy Sosa. So we're with you Wednesday at noon Eastern for Game 6 as the A's try to clinch the pennant in Seattle. And until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time.